Hey guys, it's Sam with the Film Fan Club. Why are you talking about Money Monster? That movie's been out for like a week ago. Or more than a week ago. I don't know. It's like been out for a couple weeks at this point. It stars Julia Roberts, George Clooney. I could be talking about X-Men Apocalypse, but that video is coming later. I was originally going to borrow my buddy Richard's DSLR because he accidentally left it at my house. Wink. And so I was going to use that, but then I realized the battery died. So I'm back to the webcam. I got this mic now instead of my blue snowball mic because that mic's a little bit better for podcasting and stuff like that. Speaking of which, there's going to be a podcast coming soon, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's talk about Money Monster. What's Money Monster about? Well, it's directed by Jodie Foster, stars Julia Roberts, George Clooney, and it is about George Clooney. He plays the host of the show where he predicts, not the box office, but the Wall Street. He predicts Wall Street stocks, how they're going to go up, down, where people should put their money. This guy, he puts his money, and George Clooney has the show, and this guy watches the show, and he sees that George Clooney suggests to put those money in this certain stocks, and then that stocks goes through. And then so that guy holds George Clooney and everybody on this show set. He holds them all hostage and demands to find some answers. That's all I'm going to tell you, because the trailer, if you've seen the trailer, you know that it spoils a lot of the film. If you haven't seen the trailer, then you're in good shape, because you should go see this film. It's actually a very good film. Now, I saw this the same weekend that I saw Green Room. Oh, I know, I did that Green Room review like forever ago. But I saw Money Monster the same weekend that I saw Green Room. So it was very nice to kind of have some smaller films where we're going into blockbuster season. We're in May. It's Memorial Day as I'm shooting this review. And so we had X-Men Apocalypse come out recently. We had Civil War come out before that. So that's my Apocalypse poster, by the way. It's pretty sweet. We had Civil War come out before that, and so it's just nice to have these little smaller, more personal films that are kind of more reflective rather of our actual culture today. The money, stocks and people being poor and the recession and all that. That's stuff that actually reflects our modern culture more so, just a little bit more so than superhero movies do. But superhero movies are still, they're great reflections of our culture too, in some ways, and I'll get to that a little bit in my X-Men Apocalypse review, but this movie is very grounded, it's very real, it's very tangible, so I really liked that. I think George Clooney, you get a pretty good performance, and it's nothing Oscar, I don't see him getting nominated for this by the end of the year. I don't see Julia Roberts getting nominated for this by the end of the year. I don't even see this movie getting any recognition by the end of the year, because I'm sure there will be films that come out that are better than this, which is, it wasn't released in November, so you know that this film is not going to be the top tier Oscar bait kind of film, but it's still May. That's a good release for it. I don't know how it did at the box office. I probably should have had that up. I have my laptop right in front of me is what I'm shooting this on, so I should have had that up, but I don't know how much money this movie made at the box office, but I know that it definitely deserved it. It definitely deserved, maybe not more so than Green Room. If you were going to go see one original movie that weekend, I would hope that you saw Green Room. But this movie, Money Monster, it's still a very great time at the theaters. Now, the trailer, I'm going to get into something with the trailer, because I don't know if I should make a second review or a second video all about this problem or not, because I think it'd be a pretty good editorial, but I'll just go ahead and mention it here. The trailer ruins the whole movie, and that's something that Hollywood needs to stop doing. If you see smoke behind me, that's because I got... Where am I at? Right there? No. Incense. That's incense. Not burning down my house. Now, I get that Hollywood wants to get you into the theater to see the film, but there was a point when this trailer, when I was watching it, I was like, all right, I see the setup. Okay, there's this guy, he took over an entire set of a television show, and he wants to find answers. Is George Clooney going to live? Is Julia Roberts going to live? Or how are they going to get out of this situation? I can't wait to see. But then, I don't know, I don't want to spoil it for you, but there is more to the movie than that. The movie has more layers to it than that. It's actually it's got some, unique twists and turns, but they're not twists and turns to me, because I saw them in the trailers. So I knew that this was going to happen. I knew that X, Y, and Z was going to play out a certain way. And the part of my review, what I'm doing right now, I would be praising the twists and the ballsiness of this film if it had actually not spoiled it for me, because I knew what was going to happen, so I knew this was the layout of the film, and it was just going to follow these certain plot points that were laid out in the trailer, and it was just going to be resolved in a bow. And it got resolved exactly how I planned that or not planned, but I expected that it would. And I don't know, it just would have been such a great unique twist if we could have seen this all play out in the movie, which is why I hope you guys don't watch the trailers and just go see the movie, because I don't know if it's still at theaters right now. I don't work at Cinemark anymore, so I don't really know I'm not as in the know as to what's still there and what's not playing in the theaters. But you should go see Money Monster, because it's a very good film. No alcohol required, of course, as Jeremy Jahns would say. I'm not going to give it a high score, but I will give it a 7.5 out of 10. And you know, in an age, I realize, you know, I used to see a movie and it'd be a 7 out of 10, and I'd be a little let down. I'd be like, man, I wanted better. But 7.5 out of 10, especially for a small original film like this, it's just a very good. I don't know if it was based on a book or not. It might have been based on a book, but you know, as far as, you know, reboots, sequels, remakes, all that stuff, it's a pretty original film. So I think you should go see it. It definitely deserves your money, and I really enjoyed Money Monster, so I don't know what else to say about it. That's all I got to say about that. My name's Sam Carrico. You can follow me at SamuelD. on the various social media sites, Twitter and Instagram, and make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel for more movie reviews and all sorts of crap. See ya.